Dear Mr. Prime Minister and dear ministers, excellencies, friends and colleagues, it's an honor to be here today with you, the Prime Minister, and to say a few words about one of the most exciting initiatives of the UN in Armenia, but I think really one of the most exciting initiatives of the UN, period, in the world, and one in which I've been personally invested for quite some time. As you know, the Sustainable Development Goals were agreed by all countries in the world back in New York in 2015. And we should think of them as sort of a global to-do list for the world, as challenges we must overcome to make sure that our planet is sustainable and our world becomes more equal. And if we don't succeed, the consequences for the world will be devastating. And here today, I'd reaffirm that Armenia is once again taking the lead. Never before has any country anywhere created anything like this National SDG Innovation Lab. It's owned by the government of Armenia with the backing of the UN and Stanford University, and the lab will create a smarter, leaner system for tackling deep and complex development issues. And the SDGs fundamentally are focused on ensuring economic growth with equity and without detriment to the environment. And ultimately, the SDGs are really about the competitiveness of the country and the well-being of its citizens who inhabit it. And I think, as the Prime Minister mentioned, the SDGs really are an accelerator of Armenia's development agenda, plain and simple. And this National Innovation Lab is mandated to help achieve this, recognizing that catching up is not really an option for Armenia. Armenia needs to leapfrog in this development and learn from the successes and mistakes of other nations, but designing its own innovative solutions to complex problems. This means we need to employ a broad range of tools, including behavioral insights, big data, systems thinking, and so forth. And so the lab, as you see, will sit directly within the heart of the government and the UN, and will plug in to some of Armenia's most exciting institutions and programs, such as with AGBU and the recently launched Yes Armenia program, supported by the EU, two of the lab's first, but by no means only partners. The lab will use cutting-edge public policy tools, such as behavioral science, data monitoring, and alternative financing to help support real change, from Armenia's smallest farmers to its biggest companies and offices. Just recently, at the prestigious Global Future of Innovation Summit, the Armenian SDG Lab was recognized as a model many countries could learn from, and the best way to achieve these challenges. And I think it just positions Armenia perfectly as a great place for investment and as a country that's very, very serious about innovating its own development the best way possible. So the initiative is not just about supporting change in Armenia, it's about changing how the UN works too, with Armenia serving as a model. And I can tell you with certainty that the top leadership of the UN, including the Secretary General, are paying very, very close attention to this initiative, and success here today will help not just Armenia, but we hope also the world too. So thank you very, very much. Thanks.